Spomedian, Spomedian, you wanna get it in. Spomedian, 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 you wanna get it in. Spomedian.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Olympia D. And of course, we welcome you to another edition of Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. Olympia D in the building. Of course, we got Marc Howard. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah. What's happening? Did we get rid of Fig?
We didn't get rid of Fig, but he's taking a break tonight. And we are welcoming comedian talent in the building. What's up with you, man?
Everything's up, man. I'm ready to rock and roll, just in good spirits. You know what I mean? Feeling real good.
Feeling real good today?
Feeling real good.
How did you guys make it over that hump? You guys were good with the hump day Wednesday.
Hump day.
When you're a working comedian, every day is hump day.
Yes, I feel you.
Yes. Hey, look, if the show's good, you get a couple extra humps.
I understand that. Look, let's go straight into it. You know, we got to talk about this fight, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, a TKO on February the 22nd in the second round. Deontay came out saying that one of the reasons that he lost was because of his uniform. I heard it was like 40 pounds. Deontay said he didn't hurt him at all, but the simple fact is that the uniform was too heavy for me. Also said in the third round, my legs were just shot all the way through. I knew I didn't have the legs because of my uniform. Was that a valid excuse for Deontay Wilder to lose? And do you guys want to see a rematch?
Hell no. Hell no. I don't want to see. That wasted my whole night. First of all, I think the excuse was garbage. I think what really happened is that hit to the ear. You seen the blood coming out the ear. When you hit that eardrum like that, that equilibrium goes off. Mm-hmm. I don't think you wore a heavy suit and then at some point in the fight you're tired. No, you could see his whole balance was off. Mm-hmm. Fatigue is one thing. It just give you weak legs, but balance and equilibrium's everything. The man what?
Oh, he's frozen right there.
Freezing up there. You know, I was gonna say no, hell no, that ain't no excuse. What's he trying to get back in?
It was bleeding.
T, your signal is bad over there.
I'm here.
Okay, now it sounds you clear.
You want to
go ahead, finish.
He's frozen once again. We're gonna let you go ahead, Marc. Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, hell no. That thing, man. Please, and I watched a bit. I didn't watch all of it. I watched the highlights of it, but I'm trying to tell you, Tyson hit him, and he hit him like he was Tyson, like he was Mike Tyson. I mean, he hit that one of them knockdowns. He looked at the referee like, "Hey, ref, did you see him hit me?" I was like, "He's in a fight, dude." He looked back like, "Dude, the ref, the guy hit me." I was like, "Yeah, we're in a fight, dude." And they're 40. How you gonna walk in with 40 pounds? You didn't know you doing this. You trying to be Black Panther. Black Panther stuff didn't even weigh 40 pounds. Come on, man.
I love the outfit. The outfit was banging. I was like, ooh, that's nice.
If you audition, the outfit is nice if you're auditioning for Transformers.
Exactly. Come in there looking like Optimus Prime. You got
what?
Too bad he didn't transform.
And the other dude just had a feather crown. You know, Tyson just had the Julius Caesar crown. That's it. This dude come in full Optimus Prime.
Yeah. And Tyson he got carried and he even walked. He had some. I'm trying to wait for the Me Too movement or somebody to come in there. How you gonna have these women carrying him? That's gonna cause a problem.
That's gonna be the new millennium thing. Like no one's gonna get knocked out and just get knocked out. It's gonna always be something. You know, my magic carpet was too heavy. You know, these ain't my socks. You know, like who's the corner man? You know, my uniform. First of all, it's boxing. Fool, what you doing with a uniform?
Right.
You're supposed to all this heavy as light as you possibly can, because you know you might have to do some rounds.
Come on, man.
He trying to clean it up because he got beat up by a white boy on Black History Month.
Yeah. I agree.
Because he went with the whole thing. He had all that stuff. He was showing all the stuff coming out with all the Black history, historical figures and stuff like that. Man, please, boy, you got beat down, man.
All right, so do you guys want to see a rematch? Go ahead, Marc. Tell me.
You know, you got to, because he beat him the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, and Tyson Fury came out with a whole new game plan. Now, are you going to change your game plan? Are you going to figure out how to do this? You know,
that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good point. I heard they announced he's going to stick with Marc Brilliant because he was mad because Marc Brilliant threw in the towel. You wasn't mad because Marc Brilliant threw that towel in, man. You know, well.
Thank you.
You know, thank you, man. God bless you, Marc.
Well, I just hope that if they set up, I know they're gonna, like he said, he got a good point, because you got 1-1, you automatically go to the third fight as a rematch. If they do, I just hope it falls on a night that I'm working and I have a comedy show, a late one, preferably. If I got a late comedy show, because what happened with that last fight, I had an early comedy show, so I went to, you know, a place to watch the fight and was let down. But if I got a late comedy show, I got the excuse, I ain't got to look at it. I don't have to waste my time, and I damn sure ain't got to pay for it.
Well, yeah,
because pay-per-view was like $79.99, wasn't it?
Man, listen, I don't even know, man.
Yeah,
that's not even for the market. That's not bad, but I mean that's going rate. But I watched Holyfield and Tyson for $50. No, Holyfield and Riddick both for $50, and I was mad because it came out live the week after. I was like,
all right, so let's switch really quick. Let's talk about the Rookie of the Year race. Of course, the Memphis Grizzlies guard Jay Morant. He's all over it. His name is written all over it. But Zion Williamson returned, and now he's averaging about 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, compared to Jay Morant's 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. Who do you think the Rookie of the Year should be?
I got Ja. It's Ja Morant, and I got Ja winning. I picked Ja to win it before Zion got hurt, and Zion's missed half the season. And that's part of it as well. Look, giving Zion credit, I said I'm pumping the brakes. I haven't anointed him like everybody else is trying to yet. I wanted to see what his game was going to be and translate to the level. He's doing well. He's putting up points. I think though his points are predicated off of what's feeding him. He got to finish, and his athleticism gives him that. He's able to, you know, take advantage of some size matches. But Ja Morant, man, Ja Morant has raised the stakes for Memphis.
Right.
He's made an impact on that team,
right?
And he's having fun. I mean, seriously, it would have been a lock talent. It would have been a lock had he finished that dunk he tried to do on Kevin Love, because he tried.
Oh my God! Woo, nasty.
He tried to body bag him. He was putting. I'm talking about his planter's nuts in the face. Planter's nuts in the face. Olympia. Kevin Love tried to make a charge.
The new D's Nuts logo. D's Nuts
was going to be a massacre on him. I mean, he's still getting kudos even though he missed a dunk just for the attempt of it.
Yeah, that's guts.
And then he just did a little move on Atlanta the other night. I showed my son, man, when he just did a little fake like the pass and kept the ball spinning the same way and scored. That was sweet right there. So I'm gonna give Ja Morant for my money. I like him for the long haul. I think he should win Rookie of the Year.
All right, so tell him who you got. You got Ja or you got Zion?
Well, I'm gonna agree with him. I'm gonna go with Ja for the simple fact of simple math. Like, you got somebody who's been consistently throughout the whole season doing it. You can't let a guy come in he done miss half the season and come in because he's having a good time. You're putting his half versus his whole. And I don't think that adds up or any type of fairness in basketball. You got somebody that play a full season, put numbers up consistently, do what they do as the rookie, and here comes another guy halfway through. Oh, but his passes was nice but they were for 40 games, and this guy was for 82. So I'm going to go with the consistency that Ja has put up continuously throughout the entire season. You know what I mean? That's the problem with injuries, you know, and every athlete knows that. When you get injured, your numbers go down, your games played go down, you got to rehab it, you got to come back, hope you're the same player or better. But guess what? That time you missed, that counts.
Right.
That counts. You can't, we were just talking about boxing, you can't show up and do 3 of the rounds, and just because your 3 rounds was nicer than his 3 rounds, when he fought 12 rounds. So he's fighting the whole fight. You got to give it to him. Ja all the way.
Yeah.
Right,
and Ja's the best player on this team. That's in contention for the playoffs, where Zion He's the most sellable guy, but right now Brandon Ingram is the best player on the team.
All right, cool bet. All right, so we're going to take a quick break right here, and when we come back, we have a special guest in the building. We got Ken Canion. Make sure you stay tuned to Spomedians, where sports meets comedy, right here on Facebook.
Special guest.
Perfect is a dating app with its own online reality dating game show.
I'm glad we finally did this.
Members can search the site to find that perfect someone, or they can have some fun on the online reality dating show by auditioning to become the Bachelor or Bachelorette of the week.
I'm very fun, spontaneous. I'm super, super duper cool.
Then they can invite their friends and family to sign in and be part of the fun by helping them choose their top 3 perfect dates. Who do you think will win? Let's join the fun today. I'm joining It's Perfect with 3 T's. Text Talk Tryst. It's PERFECTTT with 3 T's. Download now for free.
The best dating game. It's hot.
From now on, no matter where you go, you can let everyone know who you represent with your new I'm So shirt. Plus, we offer customized hats, hoodies, gym bags, backpacks, crossover bags, fanny packs, and so much more. Check us out online and follow us at The I'm So Shirt on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Order your fresh new gear now at www.theimsoshirt.com. For more info, call 646-540-2868. The I'm So Shirt is all about you, so represent.
All right, we are back with Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. Olympia D. We also have Marc Howard and comedian talent in the building. Yeah. And we got to welcome in Ken Canion. Ken, where are you, man?
Okay.
Where you at, Ken? Come on in here, Ken. We won't.
Ain't gonna hurt you, man. Come on in the door.
Why you looking perplexed? Why you looking perplexed?
Ain't gonna do that to you.
I was just trying to work out this technology, man. I'm just trying to work out this technology. Yeah.
Welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard, man.
Of course,
Thank you, brother.
Ken, he is the former football player for North Carolina A&T. And of course, Ken, we want to know from you your thoughts on the whole Black colleges leaving the HBCU conferences. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have thought something different than I do now. But I guess my initial reaction was, I didn't like it because they tried. I felt like what they were trying to do, the way they were trying to sell it to the alumni and everybody I felt like that was bullshit. But when I felt like.
Hey, look at man, you went to a good Christian school, man. You got to talk like
that. I just felt like, their whole idea of selling it as, okay, it's less travel for the kids and it's going to be a vertical move up and competition and education. And I felt like I didn't feel like that was truly authentic. I didn't think it was truly truthful because I know a move like this, that's been in the works for 3 to 5 years, which I found out later it has been. And so, I think A&T, and I love A&T. I think what's happened is, and I often tell people this, I went to A&T and we actually, when I played for A&T, we actually won the first outright MEAC championship in football. And I look how the university has grown ever since then. And I think the chancellor and the people, the higher ups made a conscious decision that, and this is the part, I don't mind moving to a new conference. I have no problem with that. because I do think there are some schools in the MEAC who are having some problems. And I think that the MEAC actually in 3 to 5 years might not be there. So I think from that perspective, we got out while we were on top. I get that, no problem. But here's the problem that I do have. I think that A&T has been, they're using terms like transformative athletics, transformative education. They're changing the university tremendously. If you go on A&T's campus, while it looks beautiful, I think some of the culture is missing. And a lot of the students that I interview, that I talk to, they feel the same way. And I said, well, how would you know? Because many of them, their parents, their grandparents are alumni, and they talk about that. So as far as the conference move itself, I don't have a problem with that because a lot of our HBCUs are not stepping up. But as far as this whole thing of that's how they're selling it, I actually think A&T is running away from the whole HBCU moniker.
All right. So you said that if we talked to you a couple of weeks ago, you would have gave a different story. What made you change your mind?
Because I found out the schools in the MEAC who are underperforming, who've got problems, tremendous problems. I'm not going to besmirch their names, but it's 3 schools in there who might not have a program in 3 to 5 years. So I get that. You got to get out when you get out. But that part I understand. I understand that part. The part I don't like is the overall moving away from the whole HBCU and we're becoming a transformative university. Another way of saying we're becoming more white. Okay. Because their whole idea is, you know, by 2023, we're going to have 30% of our student enrollment non-Black. I mean, come on, where does that mean?
Let me ask you this, Ken. Do you think they're just trying to purposely cross over? I'm an HBCU guy. I went to Langston in Oklahoma.
Okay.
They're a smaller program. So I got love for all HBUs.
Absolutely.
So my thing, do you feel like they're trying to cross over? Because again, as we say it, the Black schools were set up for us because we couldn't get into the white schools, but it wasn't supposed to never be Black only. Is it okay to have more white student enrollment? Will that bring more money? Is that going to, add to the enrollment and boost the school?
I think let's be honest about it then. If that's the case, then let's say what it is. A&T is the largest HBCU in America, so I get it. If you're trying to be what you are, or if you're trying to move that route, let's be honest about that, and let's say that's what it is. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with moving to a white conference or a predominant conference with mostly white schools. I don't think it's any problem with that. But let's be honest about what our intentions are. And so, go ahead.
I would say it's more money. Don't get me wrong, because Hampton had already left, and I know before when Hampton left, there was a problem with a lot of people was upset about Hampton leaving. They were leaving. They were supposed to leave last year. I think they ended up leaving a year early because of all of the problems and agitation it was to the other conferences they were leaving. Because I know it's a money move.
Well, hold on. I'm very disturbed. Am I the only one thinking about the cafeterias in these schools? They're about to take. Nobody mentioned that. They're about to take all the seasoning out of all of this food in all these Black colleges and universities. I'm appalled. I'm upset even.
They can't do that. The only thing gonna happen is the other schools is gonna take from them, and then we'll take.
Nah, man. When you white out anything Black, brother, the seasoning changes. Like he said, what he said to touch it remind me a lot of Black women I meet from the outside looking in. The campus looks lovely, right? Then you go inside of here a little bit, and you go, this ain't no sister. Right. I thought this was a sister. This is just somebody that perpetrating a fraud with these extensions of dreadlocks. This ain't real. They about to take the seasoning. See, ain't nobody thinking about that. We think about the campus, the books, and the white students. I guarantee you, bro, especially once that percentile get up past 35% of white students at a Black college, Best believe that fool gonna change, bro. Best believe.
It might change from A&T to something else, huh? That's
And all I'm saying, Mark, try to find some grits, brother. Try to find a bowl of grits.
You gonna have grits. Everybody gonna have grits. They want them to cook.
Not when they get there. Keep it real. You're gonna be home fried out. Home fries. Home fries. Home fries.
Hey, you're gonna be eating quinoa. You know
Look here. I guess I'm Californian out, but you can get some good quinoa and put some in the quinoa.
Go with that, Mark. Go with that.
I got a question though. You said something that you know, I'm not so sure, and I want you to explain it to me. You said you think it's a money play. And my thing is, okay, so think about A&T for 3 of the last 4 years. We won the Celebration Bowl. You know, we get $500,000 to $1 million for winning that game. Tell me where the revenue stream, the added revenue stream in joining this particular conference is going to come from.
Well, you're going to a conference. I'm looking at the Big South, which is going to have, and they're not major players. Don't get me wrong. It's a lower level, mid-major, especially for basketball, football. Olympia, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to tell you, you got about 2 more minutes. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. So you got Winthrop, Radford, Charleston, Presbyterian, High Point, Campbell. So you stand there, and then you got Hampton there. So again, I think I'm almost certain when most teams, just from my experience and hearing it, when most teams change conferences, they're changing it for financial reasons to up them. I know from knowing some coaches too, basketball wise, I know budgets at some of these schools are not very good. I know from one of my guys, I know that coaches at one of the schools in the MEAC, there's times where they sitting on the bus waiting before they leave, and they got the money to cover the expenses to go on the road. So it's been like that. So, and it's tough. And this coach came from the Pac-12, and so he's been doing well. He's been doing well. I may have given him away if you know who he is, but the thing is that I think the money situation is there. I think that's why Hampton left. It was a money. Get more money into the program, higher profile.
All right, well, cool. Well, we thank you so much, Ken, for being on the show with us, and hopefully we'll have you back again next time so we can talk more about these grits and oatmeal.
That's my man, Cafeteria Ken. That's Cafeteria Ken.
It could be fish and quinoa, not fish and grits.
All right, guys.
We thank you so much for being with us. And of course, we'll be back with more Spomedians right here on Facebook.
All right, Ken.
From now on, no matter where you go, you can let everyone know who you represent with your new I'm So shirt. Plus, we offer customized hats, hoodies, gym bags, backpacks, crossover bags, fanny packs, and so much more. Check us out online and follow us at The I'm So Shirt on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Order your fresh new gear now at www.theimsoshirt.com. For more info, call 646-540-2868. The I'm So Shirt is all about you. So represent.
I'm your athletic recruiting advisor. I help guide parents and student athletes through the college recruiting process. My story is just a true testament of when a kid gets an opportunity, the sky's the limit. I know there's so many other kids out there that all they're looking for is an opportunity, but they just don't know how to get it. So my job is to educate and guide. You know, I played in the NFL and I was blessed enough to get a Super Bowl ring, man. So I call myself the #1 athletic recruiting advisor. Y'all know where to reach at JaminElliott.com and at JERecruiting7 on all the social media platforms.
Perfect is a dating app with its own online reality dating game show.
I'm glad we finally did this.
Members can search the site to find that perfect someone, or they can have some fun on the online reality dating show by auditioning to become the Bachelor or Bachelorette of the Week.
I'm very fun, spontaneous. I'm super, super duper cool.
Then they can invite their friends and family to sign in and be part of the fun by helping them choose their top 3 perfect dates. Who do you think will win? Let's join the fun today. I'm joining It's Perfect with 3 T's. Text Talk Tryst. It's PERFECTTT with 3 T's. Download now for free.
The best dating
All right, we are back with Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. Olympia D in the building. Of course, we got Marc Howard and Talon is in the building. Yes.
Yeah, let him load up. There you go.
And we got Jamin Elliott. We like to call him J. Elliott. He is former New England Patriot and also Super Bowl champion J. Elliott in the building. What's up with you, Jay?
What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
We're good.
I feel like I ain't seen y'all guys in a minute, man.
We haven't seen each other in a minute.
Good to see y'all.
All right, Jay, go ahead and hit us off with your J. Elliott question of the day, man. What you got for us today?
So my question, man, today, and we take it back, and you already touched on a little bit about Deontay Wilder. And the big costume that he had, man. Honestly, man, do you guys think he's making an excuse for losing, or was the costume really a hindrance to his performance?
I mean, the costume was, he wore Tyson's gloves more than he wore that costume. So I mean, fighters always make excuses. They do. They'll always say, it wasn't this, it was that, or I could have kept going. I used to love when guys get knocked. Back when Mike Tyson was fighting, when guys get knocked out in the first round. Absolutely. They would pop up, and when the referee did this way to fight, they would have this look like, stop it. They're like, come on, dude, you are the best actor. When you don't know where you went out of there.
They'd be like, yo, why you stopped the fight? You was asleep. You was asleep, sir. Sir, you was asleep.
I'm waiting for Mills Lane to say, oh, you want to go? Come on. Hey, man, what you doing? You already stopped the fight. So just let it be.
I think Tyler made a great point, man. That ear shot, it knocked him off a little bit because his leg, he was wobbly the whole fight. And he couldn't recover, man, because Tyson just kept pressing on him, man. That's that extra 40, 50 pounds coming at you, just banging on you. You can't recover from that. So
if you look at that fight, it was one point in there where he fell backwards over nothing. That's how you know the equilibrium was off, because there was nothing, and he was just walking. Dude wasn't there. He didn't swing. He just backed up and fell.
Damn it. You're going sideways, Talon.
But you know, I think you mentioned. I think you said Deontay Wilder won the first fight. You know, the first fight was actually a draw.
That's right.
The first fight, and Tyson Fury, he actually won. According to experts, man, he won out of the 12 rounds. He won 11 of those rounds. So he's pretty much dominated Deontay Wilder these past two fights.
Yeah, no, I know, because Deontay had him knocked down. I heard. I didn't see the fight, and it's funny because I really have kind of gotten away from following. I grew up really aspiring watching him. I don't know what took me away from it, but and I guess when we were picking the fight, our predictions, I went with Deontay. I ain't gonna lie, I went with the brother. I think we all did. Flipping a coin. I went for the brother, but I hadn't seen and I didn't realize that really Deontay Romero's I knew Deontay Wilder really doesn't have any boxing skills.
Right. And there's a difference between a puncher and a boxer, man. He's a puncher.
Right. And you can catch somebody with them blows that he's doing, but you'll get caught. And if somebody weakens you and knocks you down, you're not able to recover from all that. So Tyson Fury changed his game plan, the strategy. He wasn't prepared for it. And hitters don't like to get hit, and he was eating some punches. I'm telling you, Jay, he got knocked down one time. I'm telling you, he looked over at the ref like he was mad he got hit. Like, hey man, did you see him hit me? Like, we're in a fight, dude. And like, seriously, I'm like, oh my God, he was way out of his league. How did he even fight?
And I think with punches too, man, like if they get past the third, fourth round, because they looking for that knockout blow in the first 3-4 rounds, man. If they don't get that round, if they don't get it in that first 3 rounds, then their stamina becomes an issue in the fight. So
right. The timing is off on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyson Fury was a better boxer that day.
So, a question for you, Jay: do you think that they should? Are you looking forward to the rematch?
Honestly, man, like Tyson Fury dominated the first 2 fights, man. I think Tyson should go on and move on to the next contender, whoever's there. And if the opportunity to fight Wilder again is there, and if it's a payday, then of course you fight because the money's there. But he's dominated the first 2 fights, so there's no reason to fight him again. To be honest with you, but I think everybody wants to see a third fight. Honestly.
All right.
Well, the third fight is set because they had it in the clause for a rematch.
Okay.
So that's already been set. He was definitely going to do that again, and it'll be a payday.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Jay.
Yeah.
On our subject, the last subject, I want to ask him on this, Olympia. What you think about this with A&T leaving and they're vaulting to the Big South Conference, along with Hampton did it the same thing as well? Is that you think we're losing black colleges on that, or I said it was a money move?
But honestly, man, I think with A&T leaving, Hampton left, A&T starting to dominate everybody in that conference, man. So it's almost kind of being swayed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of top heavy and everybody else is falling off. So they've reached another level of competition, man, where they're bringing in guys and they're competing at every level in every sport. So I think the step up in competition is great for the school, for the program. And then you get more exposure in a bigger conference too. I mean, even though the Big South is not a huge conference, it's still a step up from the MEAC. You know what I mean? So, so I don't blame them. And then they get a chance to, and I know it all comes down to money, but they get a chance to compete in the FCS playoffs now. You know what I mean? Rather than just competing in the Celebration Bowl. Even though the Celebration Bowl is a good money grab for them and they make a lot of money from it, I think getting a chance to win a national championship at the FCS level and playing against top level schools, that will help them as well. So everything at the end of the day, everything bottom line comes down to money at the end. But I think a step up in competition. I think a step up in competition would definitely help them as well too, man, because they need it. They were pulling away from everybody.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're going to take a quick break right there. We're going to take a quick break right there, but we'll be back with more Spomedians.
Tyler, what's up, big dog?
Ain't nothing, brother. How you?
I'm good, baby.
From now on, no matter where you go, you can let everyone know who you represent with your new I'm So shirt. Plus, we offer customized hats, hoodies, gym bags, backpacks, crossover bags, fanny packs, and so much more. Check us out online and follow us at The I'm So Shirt on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Order your fresh new gear now at www.theimsoshirt.com. For more info, call 646-540-2868. The I'm So Shirt is all about you, so represent.
Perfect is a dating app with its own online reality dating game show.
I'm glad we finally did this.
Members can search the site to find that perfect someone, or they can have some fun on the online reality dating show by auditioning to become the Bachelor or Bachelorette of the Week.
I'm very fun, spontaneous. I'm super, super duper cool.
Then they can invite their friends and family to sign in and be part of the fun by helping them choose their top 3 perfect dates. Who do you think will win? Let's join the fun today. I'm joining It's Perfect with 3 T's. Text Talk Tryst. It's PERFECTTT with 3 T's. Download now for free.
The best dating game. It's hot.
Athletic recruiting advisor. I help guys, student athletes, student college recruiting process. My story is just a true testament of when a kid gets an opportunity, the sky's the limit. I know there's so many other kids out there that are looking for the opportunity, but they just don't know how to get it. So my job is to educate and guide. You know, I played in the NFL and I was blessed enough to get a Super Bowl ring, man. So I call myself the #1 athletic recruiting advisor. Y'all know where to reach at JaminElliott.com and at JERecruiting7 on all the social media platforms.
All right, we are back with Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. We got comedian talent in the building, Marc Howard, and also Jay Elliott, former New England Patriot and also Super Bowl champion. Yes.
Don't never leave out that Super Bowl champ. Never can leave that out. Super Bowl champ.
Leave it out. You got to make sure you put that in the title.
It sounds good every time though.
Hey, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Question was was the ball like really easy to grip? You know, when they let the air out.
It's always one, man. It's always one. It was never proven.
Nothing. I'm sure it was proven. It was definitely proven.
Y'all are crazy. And speaking of football, let's jump straight into this. Mark, you're going to really like this one. Dallas Cowboys offered quarterback Dak Prescott a deal for $33 million per year. Should Dak take the deal? Or do you believe that he's being overpaid?
Overpaid?
Jay.
Oh, it's on me. Okay, look.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Dak better take what he can get, man. I don't think
take that money.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he was hoping for $40 million. I don't think it's a $40 million contract. I know the market sets the price. But I think that's a great payday for him, and I think he should definitely take it, man. So I mean, he's definitely a really good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
Hell no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this how you make a decision whether you take money or not. You ask yourself, could I get this somewhere else? If you can't get it nowhere else, you jump on that paycheck, man. Absolutely. You know what I mean? If nobody else will give you that, you jump on that paycheck. Dad's gonna get that money, man, and stop playing. Nobody else gonna give him that money. He couldn't get that check in JV. You understand me? Get that money and go. Get it.
Yeah, I agree.
I say go for the 40. Him and Patrick Mahomes, the two half white quarterbacks.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Are you comparing Dak Prescott to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, they both half and half. They both got half white mamas. Yeah, they both half white. So those are the ones that deserve the more money. You understand? That's about the only fight we got on that. No, I mean, they keep talking about this, Jay. You know this.
Yeah.
They keep talking about what the contract's worth on a yearly average.
Right.
It's all about the guaranteed money. So what are they offering him for the guaranteed money? What is he going once he signed that check? What's that check gonna look like when you walk out the door?
Right.
That's what they fighting over. They fighting over the guaranteed money and how much of it up front you gonna pay me.
Yep.
And Jerry Jones is trying to cover that cap and spread that around there. I think we're probably gonna lose Byron Jones, which is, I like Byron Jones, but it's fine. We're gonna lose some other players like that. But other than that, franchise tag him if he don't want to take that. If he turned down a good check that's gonna have a decent a clause there, and they're trying to get the cap right with the endorsement money that he's making.
Mm-hmm.
Then franchise him.
This what I heard about Dak. I heard if they give him the 40 and a big chunk up front, you got to restructure a lot of the budget details. So you got to remove the locker rooms. You got to get dressed. You got to come to the game. You got to come to the game dressed.
No, you're right though, Mark. It does come down to that upfront money, man. That's the key.
Yeah, all day.
It's crazy, man. Like a lot of people see these big $100 million contracts and they think, man, this guy's getting $100 million. I remember Vic's contract back in the day. He had signed $100 million the first time, and he got about $35 million up front. But most of his contract was backloaded, so all of his incentives were near the end of his contract. So they cut him or released him before he even got to see the rest of that money. You know what I mean? So that upfront money is the key money, man. That every player shoots for.
That upfront money was dog biscuits.
Yeah.
Signing bonus, guys.
Signing bonus.
Absolutely. 2 words for you: signing bonus. Barry Sanders.
Absolutely.
Get that money. Get out of there, man.
Well, we got to give a mad shout out to Walter T. Williams. He stated, "I love you guys and the show." So thank you so much, Walter, for watching.
Love you too, Walter. Appreciate it, man. Either way, the question is though, your boy can ready to go free agency.
Okay, yeah. T. Brady.
T. Brady. He gonna go free agency. Now they talking about taking him over to San Francisco, or they even talking about
swapping Garoppolo. For one, that would be the dumbest move because you're risking your future on 1 or 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I think Brady, he's enjoying this process because this is first time of him really getting to feel that free agency type thing. But I think at the end of the day, the best situation for him is back in New England. And I think he's doing it to force their hand. You know what I'm saying? To get some more weapons in there. Because last year, they went 12-4. and he played pretty well, but his receivers were terrible. They had nobody to stretch the field. He had no help. So he's forcing that hand. Hey, look, you got to make sure you bring somebody in here. If I plan on coming back, we got to have more weapons on the outside. So hopefully that works.
Tell me this, because you've been in that culture. He's been in this culture for 20 years. The Belichick culture.
Yep.
How in the world would you ever think he could? Why would anybody think for 20 years that you're going to go to anybody else's culture? There's no way you're going to be ready for that. There's no way it's going.
But think about it though. A lot of the greats left, man. Think about Joe Montana. Joe Montana went to Kansas City. You think about Brett Favre. He went to Minnesota in the Jets.
No, I'm talking about the way Belichick does.
Right. Okay.
He's been to different teams. Yeah. The way that is run, he flourished in that. He bought into that. He was about that whole Belichick life. Now you're talking about him going to the Raiders. I mean, he got this. We're talking about 20 years of the same thing.
Right.
And so my thing is, you're gonna walk in, they're gonna be like, Coach Belichick didn't do that, you know, or we
but Mark, see, our deficit in sports, and I always say this, it's a gift and a curse at the same time. Anybody that knows sports that's over 45 years old has the gift and the curse, because we are prone to look at these things through those what I call original sport ideas. We're in a new millennium. And the new millennium, the average guy ain't thinking about a legacy of 20 years with one team. He's thinking of the best opportunity as he goes along in his career. Now he said something very important there. Brady's going to enjoy this process because he's never had the chance to enjoy this process. He's just been always, add on extension, consistent. But if you look at what Brady's doing right now, even where he is in his level of play, he's still better than the average. So when you put him on any team that's decent, he's going to make a difference. And I don't think that's going to matter if the money's right. I think we're dealing with a power struggle of two giants. We got a coaching giant, quarterback giant. Now we're at this point where we hit each other in the head like they just had a phone call that didn't go well. Made the bleacher report, hey, don't touch Brady, didn't go well. I guess it's mad because you got a czar talking to a czar. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody got to give. Yep. And it ain't gonna be him.
That's true. I mean, the whole point is because the man is just hell bent on playing until 45, and it's like there would be no love laws if he retired. But I'm only saying, just being used to something you've been doing for so long that's work. It's hard to just kind of break that.
The only thing confident. The only thing that's constant is change, man. You know what I'm saying? Change is always constant. So no matter what you do, man, it's going to come at some point in everybody's career, man. So you got to get used to it. But I definitely think it'll be a little weird walking into a culture like New England and then to a culture like Oakland. It'll be but he'll adjust to everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
And then he's a professional. I mean, seriously, talent, dude. If it's a 7 and out and you run a 8 and out, Jay know firsthand. You're getting screamed at.
Absolutely. I cuss that in front of everybody.
Hey, let the man play the 45, man. Yeah. If I was a kicker, I would play 150. If I'm a kicker, don't put me doing 50.
That's Adam bit of Cherry right there.
All right, Jay. Thank you so much for being on the show with us tonight. Tell everybody how they can find you and all of the great things that you do in the community.
Absolutely, man. So this past weekend was a huge weekend, man. We had the Carolina Senior Football Showcase where 120 under-recruited seniors that didn't get any scholarship offers, man. We had about 30 college coaches out there to watch those kids work out. They had a great workout in front of the 30 college coaches from Division II, Division III, NAIA. And a couple players were offered on the spot, man. So that's the goal of this thing. So we're proud of that. This weekend coming up, I'm actually gonna spend some time with my family a little bit, get out. And the wife bought me the new book, the Mamba Mentality by Kobe. So I gotta check that out. But that'll be my weekend going forward.
All right.
You see, that's icon status right there. Marc ain't never been offered nothing on the spot. Marc tried out for basketball, and they said, we got bowling.
Well, Jay, we thank you so much for being on the show with us. And of course, when we come back, we got Shane. You are watching Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. Thank you. We'll see you next week, okay?
Me, y'all boys, man.
Jay.
I'm an athletic recruiting advisor. I help guide parents and student athletes through the college recruiting process. My story is just a true testament of when a kid gets an opportunity, the sky's the limit. I know there's so many other kids out there that all they're looking for is an opportunity, but they just don't know how to get it. So my job is to educate and guide. You know, I played in the NFL and I was blessed enough to get a Super Bowl ring, man. So I call myself the #1 athletic recruiting advisor. Y'all know where to reach at JaminElliott.com and at JERecruiting7 on all the social media platforms.
Download now for free.
The best dating game. It's hot.
Tally up and tax calculator app. Quickly calculate your bill in real time before your waiter hands you the bill. Use app's features to place orders via microphone or keyboard. Split total bill or a portion of a meal or beverage. Pay per person. Set currency. Swipe left and more. Tally Up takes the guesswork out of any bill. Download now for free at tallyup.com or Android and iOS app stores.
All right, we are back with Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. We got Marc Howard and also talent in the building. And let's add another comedian to the bunch. We need to welcome Shane Forbes. Shane, where are you, man?
Right here. Yo, what's the deal?
Hey,
Hey, what's up, Marc?
Shane, you using your whole name now? You using the whole government name?
Nah, she did. She did. I did not. Watch your tone, young lady. Put hands on everybody. No.
I know it's so disrespectful right now.
No, it wasn't disrespectful. It's just Marc Howard disrespectful. I just gave you props the other day, man. You came up with the name of my album. You came up with the name of my special. Shangri, that's all you do.
Wow, thank you. Should I be checking my royalties?
He already claimed it, Shang. He already.
I want you to know that, man. Thank you. Real chat.
It's already in the credits. We got it in the credits.
Yes, if you're really appreciative, I'll send some money.
All right, well, I'll do some.
There we go.
Hey,
Good to see you, man.
Huh?
What you been up to?
On the road, like everybody else, like talent, Marc. We're doing the same stuff on the road, trying to, get to that next level. I'm trying to get package deals. I think that black comics, when they go out as package deal, we do better in theaters instead of trying to cater to a comedy club. You know what I'm saying? We go out, we make more money in one night than instead of doing 5 shows, we do 1 show and make more money. So that's what I've been focused on. I'm working with some cats, so I've been lucky.
All right, cool bet. All right, so have you ever played sports before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Football, I got kicked out. Now I'm gonna tell you why I got kicked.
Why did you get kicked out, man?
I got kicked off because they would teach me to be all aggressive and shit, and I couldn't turn it off. So I ended up hitting Coach Frazier in the head with a helmet because he got out of line. He started talking funny style. He had to get it. So they kicked me off of that, and then I did PKA. It's called PKA, full contact, for about 12 years, and made no money, and have a messed up knuckles and broken bones, and I don't made nothing from it. But now it's UFC. So
really,
yeah, I did that for 12 years.
Wow. You got anything that's gonna come up? When can we see you get in the match in the ring?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not no more. I'm old. I am 75 years old. Yo, that's for young dudes. I watch these young cats right now. Talent, you seen them. Marc, you seen them. These young cats is on another level. They would beat the brakes off me, even at my best. They beat the brakes off me, but not like even a young, strong me. I still would have got my ass kicked. I would have.
Shang has come to reality because you know when you're older, you still feel like you can.
Uh-huh.
You feel like it, but you realize, hold on, I really ain't moving as fast as I think I am. And I know that punch is coming, and I'm like ducking, but he still hit me.
He still hit me. He was going full blast. I was in the Washington State Finals. I was trained by Big Jim, House of Champions, Frank Friedman, also another kickboxer, and a Master Go, who was my jiu-jitsu, who taught me jiu-jitsu. And I never got my black belt. Never got my belt because I got hurt. It hurt real bad. I chipped my tailbone and my pelvic bone.
Really?
Yeah, I had a piece of bone floating in my hip for a long time, so I was wondering why I was always hurt. So that's I had to get surgery.
I would give you the benefit of the doubt, but you're right. You got your ass whooped. Tailbone. You don't really hear about chipping tailbone.
Yeah. Hey, man, he flipped me over. Like I'm a big dude. All three of us is big dudes. So they put me with dudes that are better than me, and because they thought, well, he's big, so put him with people and they was crushing me, and they flipped me over once, and I heard it pop, and I was like, that's it. All right, I want a refund. Bullshit.
Hey, Shane, that part sounded like you was in jail.
No, UFC is kind of jail. They get you down, they ground you.
He said they flipped me over, and I did.
I didn't do nothing.
That was funny. The chip tailbone.
They flipped me over.
But no, I
had something floating in the car.
No, I don't do no. You ain't gonna see me in none of that. You'll see me in a comedy ring, but you ain't gonna see me in no octagon. No way.
Oh man,
there's been some comics fighting. Hey, so did you check out that Wilder Tyson Fury fight?
Yeah, I did. I think.
When you think about, we were asking, when you think about Deontay's excuse about him wearing the 40-pound uniform that wore his legs down.
It was Trump level bull. Like, that's Himalayan high. Nah, it wasn't too heavy. He got his ass kicked because he didn't. He also is not a boxer. He's a puncher. And a lot of times when you're fighting a boxer, like if Floyd Mayweather was a heavyweight with the same skills he got, he wouldn't beat everybody. Because they're punchers. And that's all he was. He was trying to load up. He kept throwing it the wrong way. His footwork was off. It was just horrible. He deserved it.
It's one of them things when you get them big punches, that's all they do is punch and say, hold up, man, stand right here. You're not cooperating.
You're supposed to fall down.
Exactly. Just stand right there. My right hand will catch you if you stay right there.
I think that he shouldn't even get. I was watching the show. He shouldn't even get a rematch because he got beat the first time. He did clock him at the end, and the second fight he just got mobbed. I think that he needs to go really work on his boxing skills, and then when he comes back, maybe get Fury. But Fury got other problems coming up. You know what I'm saying? He got other problems.
Interesting.
Other problems like what? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Yeah, they keep sleeping on that little Mexican dude. He what's his name? He fought what's the little Mexican cat's name? Little chubby Mexican cat. Got hands.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
Oh, the one that won that big fight. I know you're talking about.
He won the fight and then he lost because he started partying because they gave him $12 million, so he started partying. But no, he's a boxer, and I think he's gonna want Fury. Yeah, he's
so Fury is 6'9". He is punching down.
So
on everybody, he punching. With fighting skills.
Mike Tyson knew how to. If you know how to close the gap, if you close the gap fast, it's no problem. And especially somebody tall, because you can do body work to the point where they ain't got no wind, and by the time their arms start coming down, you take their head off.
No, I understand that. But I mean, if he's sticking out there with Tyson showing his boxing skills, the difference is you got two people with that boxing skills. He's punching down at 6'9", coming down on top of you. That's a lot of weight coming on that. That's extra weight coming on that punch.
You got to think about it. For instance, Lennox Lewis had, for a heavyweight, had one of the best jabs in the world. It was stiff. It was like hitting you with a tree trunk. All right. So Fury couldn't deal with somebody that did something like that, no matter how far.
I agree with you.
It's okay. You know, I mean, Fury won. I ain't gonna give proud. I'm racist as hell. So stop.
Yes.
I'm racist. I always want black people to win. Even if they above, I want them to win. I want Bum to win. I want anybody black to win. Period.
Shang, he lost in Black History Month, man.
I know that's.
Wearing the Black Panther, wearing the Black Panther, he was
the Black Optimus Prime. I told you he was the Black Optimus Prime.
He's one man got his I mean, no, come on, man. It was just, to me, boxing wise, right now, there's no real, like, there's not a whole bunch of good heavyweights. But I'm gonna say right now, it's the middleweight division that is the one to watch, and the lightweight, middleweight, period.
I agree.
And UFC, it's definitely middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you watch anybody out there, since we're Spomedians, is that what it's Spomedians? If you watch the UFC, they got some of the best athletes I've ever seen and some of the best fighters. And this weekend, I think, is going to have one of the biggest fights, too. But George St. Pierre was one of the best ever to do it. I don't know if y'all know who George St. Pierre is. You know who George St. Pierre is?
I've heard of him, yeah.
George St. Pierre.
UFC. I don't follow. You know, I got a problem with seeing fighters barefoot, man. I don't know. It's the bare feet. It just looks weird. I don't want to see nobody's feet.
You've seen it.
I don't want to see nobody's feet, man. I don't want to look at nobody's feet, dude. And then if they kick wrong, and they end up breaking a toe, and so I don't want to see all that.
So you don't like long walks on the beach?
I have the water shoes. I wear my water shoes.
You just like to have shoes on at all times. So
I like the boxing with the shoes and the tassels hanging down from the shoes, man. I like all that.
Man,
you know, whop. Come on, man. It's these dudes climbing all over each other with no shoes on their feet. They look.
And I got to go back to, because y'all was talking about it. Brady is not as good as he was. I don't care what nobody say. Brady's 45. I'm above 45, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Brady's gonna get hurt if he come back, because now they know how to tee off on him, and that's what they was doing, especially last season. He gonna get teed off on, and I don't like him, so I hope he get his asshole knocked out.
like a chip tailbone.
Yeah, like a chip tailbone.
Flip him over.
He Italian friends.
That's very funny, man. I've never in my life. I think I've heard of every injury up until that point. A chip tailbone. These dudes go to work and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Hey. That's funny.
Now, do you think Brady? I'm gonna ask you. Do you think Brady is really deserving?
No, I mean, clearly he's not the Brady at his top of his game. But I think that even with the little slippage and a little age, he's still top 10, top 12.
You still consider him top 10, top 12? Oh my God!
Give me 10 quarterbacks better than Brady right now.
Wow.
Give me 10.
Name
he's
10.
Not top 10. He's not. No.
Give me 10. Then you should be easily able to give me 10 that are better than him right now. If he's not top 10,
I would say.
It's only 10.
I would say Breeze, Mahomes,
Russell
Wilson.
Russell, for sure.
The name Aaron Rodgers is still better. Let's see. Dak Prescott. As far as anybody else, it's like nobody I could say bona fide that I would say. Lamar Jackson would definitely have done a little bit better.
And the buck stops right there. You probably get 5 or 6 that you could clearly say got a step on him right now, but he's top 10.
But he's not. He's not a mobile. He's never been a mobble quarterback.
He's never been mobile.
He's a cheater. You can He's cheated. And plus, and the only reason he's good is because he sucks the souls out of babies when he goes on the sideline. And he's
a witch doctor.
That's the only reason he's that good. That's first off.
So they go off the side. Everybody, give me yours.
Yes,
I just pictured that when he said that.
I don't like Brady. I don't like his little perfect wife and perfect family. I hope he get raped by Black Lives Matter members.
Talent. There it is. He tried to date Giselle.
All right, look, check this out. We got to end this show. For real, Shang, tell us how people can find you. Where can we find you?
Where you can find me?
Yeah.
So on the street with a chipped tailbone. You can find me. Go to my website. I just put a new website up. IamShang.com. Make sure you check me out on the website. I want to say before that, I hope to get to work with you soon, Marc. I'm gonna be working with talent soon. It was good to see you out in LA, man. When I saw you out here, man, it was good to see you. I ain't seen you in a bit. I was like, yo, talent's still the man. And Marc, y'all both still funny. That's crazy because a lot of cats say he's still funny. Y'all still funny. Yeah, some of them ain't still funny.
Right, you're right.
It's funny because you can't do a flip when you 59.
Yeah,
you're right.
All right, you guys. We thank you guys.
Who is he talking about? Anyway, go ahead.
We got to end the show, you guys. We thank you so much for joining us on Spomedians, and definitely thank you to Shang for being with us tonight. Talent, thank you so much. Marc, thank you. And of course, I am Olympia D. This is Spomedians, where sports meets comedy. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, guys. Peace.
New York, Marc, Howard, Los Angeles, California.
Spomedian, you wanna get it in. Spomedian, you wanna get it in.